Dear friend, here's a gentle paradox that many people over 70 never see coming. Most of us believe, if I just keep walking every day, I'll stay healthy and strong. And yes, that's partly true. Walking is good, movement is essential. But what if you've been walking every day and still noticing this? Your knees feel achy after long walks. Your back feels stiff in the morning. You need to push off with your hands to get out of your favorite chair. Stairs that once felt effortless now feel heavy. And suddenly you're wondering, why does my body feel older when I've been doing everything right? You're not doing anything wrong, but maybe you've been missing something deeply important. You see, our bodies after 70 don't just need movement. They need movement done right. They need preparation, rhythm, a sense of being listened to. It's not about doing more, it's about doing what's truly aligned with your body. And sometimes that starts with how you prepare before each walk, not just how far you go. Because movement alone isn't enough. It's the way you ease into it, the way you warm up with care that tells your body, I'm here, I'm listening, I'm not rushing you today. Most people don't think about maintaining their body until something goes wrong, until they fall, until the knee pain lingers, until they can no longer carry groceries or climb stairs with ease. But you're here now. And that means you're already doing something beautiful. You're paying attention before it's too late. In this video, we'll walk through 5 key areas your body needs after 70 that walking alone simply doesn't cover. 5 simple, natural, no prescription needed practices to help you rebuild your strength, protect your balance, reduce stiffness and joint pain, stand taller, breathe deeper, and stay independent, vibrant, and peaceful in your own home. If you're still here, thank you truly for being with us. Every minute you spend listening is a gift you're giving to your body. Stay with us through the end, because one small shift today might just help you walk farther, stand stronger, and live lighter, starting tomorrow. Why we run: to awaken the body, not exhaust it. Before we talk about movement, let's talk about understanding. Because when we truly understand how the body works, how blood flows, how joints move, how breath fuels life, then we start to realize running isn't just a habit, it's a message. A message that says, I trust my body, I want to wake it up, I want to care for it, but most importantly, I want to listen to it. Running is powerful, but only when it's aligned with how your body actually works. We often think exercise is about pushing harder, but your body isn't asking to be pushed, it's asking to be understood. When you grasp the principles of movement, how breath guides energy, how joints open to release tension, how circulation repairs tissue, you begin to see running in a new way. It's no longer about how fast, how far, or how sweaty you get. It's about how deeply you're tuned into your body's language. The true foundation: breath before effort. If you can breathe well, you can move long. If you move with breath, not against it, you'll last much longer, feel lighter, and recover faster. Eastern wisdom teaches, where there is flow, there is no pain. Where there is pain, there is no flow. Western medicine echoes that. Where blood flows freely, disease cannot stay. But both traditions agree, movement is only healing when it's paired with breath and with attention. So why run? Why walk every day? Because motion opens the joints, stimulates blood flow, and wakes up your metabolism. Each step isn't just burning calories, it's massaging your organs, refreshing your cells, and carrying nutrients to places that were stiff and quiet. But none of that happens if you're running without listening. So ask your knees, how do you feel today? Ask your breath, are you soft or shallow? Ask your hips, can I move a little without force? The real goal of running isn't just cardio, it's full body vitality. We run not to win medals, but to gain strength in our legs, endurance in our lungs, flexibility in our spine, balance in our steps, and speed in our response to life's unexpected moments. These 5 qualities, strength, endurance, flexibility, balance, and speed, are the foundation of a healthy, confident body. A body that lets you live independently, freely, joyfully. This practice is for everyone, truly. Whether you're 35, 65, or 85, if you can breathe, you can begin. And if you understand how your body speaks, you'll know when to go gently and when to go deep. You don't need perfect form. You just need a form that fits you, that honors your structure, your rhythm, your breath. Small, consistent motion, long-lasting energy. Think of it this way: 2 kilometers a day, walked or jogged, done slowly, gently, rhythmically, is worth far more than 10 kilometers done with stress, tension, and disconnection. This isn't exercise. This is physical listening. This is flow-based strength. This is how we play while nourishing, move while restoring. Health is not something we chase. It's something we cultivate through breath, through mindful motion, through tiny acts of attention repeated each day. And when you understand movement, not as punishment, but as partnership, you begin to run not away from aging, but toward vitality. Next, we'll explore flexibility and mobility, how staying open is more powerful than forcing yourself to stretch, and how gentle movement can help you stay pain-free, graceful, and light in your own body. Let's keep going, one breath at a time. So instead of focusing on whether running is good or bad, let's shift the question. Let's ask something more helpful, more empowering. How can we move better as we grow older? Not harder, not longer, just smarter and more in tune with what our body needs now. Because aging doesn't mean we have to stop moving. It simply means we have to move with more wisdom. And that begins with something most people overlook: flexibility, mobility, the quiet strength of being able to turn, bend, reach, and rise without pain. Let's explore that together in part 2. Flexibility and mobility, the quiet freedom we often forget. What if the tightness in your back wasn't a sign of aging, but a sign that your body simply hasn't been moved in the right way for a long time? You see, flexibility isn't about doing the splits or twisting like a gymnast. It's about being able to reach the top shelf, turn your head while driving, bend down to tie your shoes, step into the shower without fear. Mobility is freedom, and freedom begins at the joints. As we age, our joints naturally lose range of motion. Muscles shorten, tendons stiffen, and without movement, they shrink even more. But here's the good news: your body doesn't ask for much. It just asks for daily care. Small, kind movements. Moments where you stop and say, let me check on my neck, let me stretch my spine, let me soften that tension in my hips. Mobility is breath in motion. When you gently rotate your shoulders, when you twist your spine from left to right, when you tilt your head to one side, then the other, you're not just stretching, you're creating space. You're letting blood and energy flow back into forgotten areas. You're saying to your body, I haven't forgotten you. This is what Eastern traditions call thong ki huit, making room for healing by restoring flow. Thomas's story: stiffness, not weakness. Let me tell you about Thomas. He's 78. He walks every morning, eats well, sleeps early. But he told me, I don't feel old, but getting out of bed is hard. Turning my neck while driving feels stiff. I bend forward like a block. The problem wasn't strength, it was mobility. His body didn't need more cardio, it needed to be reopened, gently, patiently. So we began with the basics: neck rolls, shoulder circles, gentle forward bends, seated spinal twists, hip openers, done lying down with breath. And just 2 weeks later, he said, I feel like I've added space inside my body. That's mobility, that's liberation. Daily movement equals daily circulation equals daily renewal. Mobility isn't a one-time fix, it's a daily hello, a gentle conversation between you and your joints, between your breath and your spine, between your attention and your body's quiet requests. And over time, this daily conversation becomes a daily act of self-healing. Want to check your current flexibility? Try this. Sit in a chair. Turn your head slowly to the left, then to the right. Does it feel smooth or restricted? Now lift both arms up and over your head. Can you reach above your ears without discomfort? These aren't tests, they're signals, not of how fit you are, but how connected you are to your range of motion. When the body is flexible, the mind becomes softer too. Mobility isn't just physical, it affects your breath, your confidence, your mood. A mobile body is a body that says, I can reach, I can rise, I can respond. And isn't that what we all want as we grow older? Not to run faster, but to stay open, light, unstuck, unafraid. Coming up next, we'll explore something most people overlook: core strength and posture. Because how we hold ourselves on the inside and the outside changes everything. Let's continue this journey, gently, together. Core and posture, the invisible foundation beneath everything you do. Most people think core means abs, flat belly, six-pack, fitness magazine covers, but for us, your core is something much deeper. It's the quiet support system that holds you up, even when no one's looking. It's what helps you stand tall, sit comfortably, breathe deeply, Digest well, walk steadily, and stay balanced when the ground shifts beneath you. Your posture is your body's architecture. Think of a tree: strong roots, balanced trunk, graceful, upright shape. But what happens when the trunk begins to curve? The tree leans, the roots strain, the leaves no longer reach the sun. The same is true for you. Posture isn't about looking proud. It's about making sure every part of your body can function without tension, compression, or collapse. But after 60, posture often begins to shift quietly. The shoulders round, the spine curves forward, the chest closes in, the head falls slightly out of line. You may not even notice it until one day you see a photo of yourself and think, when did I start shrinking? Posture affects more than your appearance. It shapes your breathing, digestion, and energy. When your chest collapses, your lungs can't fully expand. When your belly folds inward, digestion slows. When your spine is out of alignment, every joint has to work harder to hold you up. And that leads to back pain, shallow breathing, low energy, and a higher risk of falling. But here's the gift: posture is not fixed. It's alive, and it can be retrained gently every day. Barbara's story: standing tall again. Barbara, age 76, walked 3 miles every day, but she constantly battled back pain, shortness of breath, and a sense of shrinking. When she finally looked at old photos, she was shocked. "I didn't realize how much I had collapsed forward," she told me. "I thought walking was enough." But it wasn't. Her core was quietly fading. So we added 3 simple practices. Standing against a wall for 2 minutes a day, shoulders and head touching now, gentle abdominal bracing while brushing her teeth, pelvic tilts while watching her favorite show. After 6 weeks, her back pain eased, her breath deepened, and her friends said, "You look taller, brighter, more alive." Quick tip: try this now. Stand with your back against a wall. Let your heels, hips, shoulders, and head all gently touch the surface. Now slowly breathe in, and on the exhale, softly draw your lower belly inward. Hold for 5 breaths. This tiny reset, just 1 to 2 minutes a day, can quietly restore your alignment without strain. You don't need to be strong, you just need to be aligned. Alignment reduces effort. It makes walking easier, standing more stable, and breathing more open. The core isn't about strength, it's about support, awareness, connection. When you gently reconnect to your core, you're telling your body, "I've got you." Good posture isn't about perfection, it's about feeling grounded in yourself. Standing tall doesn't mean standing still. It means standing free, with your body stacked like a tower of trust. And in a world that often pulls us down, a strong, supported posture becomes your anchor. In Part 4, we'll explore something surprising: how walking, if not adjusted after 70, can actually damage your joints, and what low-impact, joint-friendly movements can restore comfort and longevity. Let's keep walking, lightly and in alignment. Joint protection: why walking alone might hurt more than help. Walking is wonderful, but after the age of 70, it can sometimes do more harm than good, especially to your joints. For most of your life, walking has been a symbol of strength, independence, and daily movement. But as we age, our joints go through changes that we often don't see until they start to hurt. So today, let's talk about what's really happening inside your knees, hips, and ankles, and how you can move better, not just more. As we get older, several things change inside our joints. The cartilage, which acts like a cushion between the bones, starts to wear down. The fluid inside the joints, which keeps them moving smoothly, begins to dry up. Tendons and ligaments lose flexibility. And every step, especially on hard surfaces like pavement, can slowly create tiny stress points that build up over time. That's why some people over 70 start to feel stiff or sore after their daily walks. They're doing what they've always done, but their joints are no longer the same. Let me tell you about William. William is 77 years old. He used to be a postal worker. Even in retirement, he stayed active. Every morning, he walked 2 miles. He believed it was the best thing he could do for his health. But slowly, things changed. His knees started to ache. His hips were sore by the afternoon. He couldn't sleep at night because of the discomfort. At first, he tried to ignore it. But eventually, he said, "Maybe walking isn't working for me anymore." When he saw his doctor, he expected to be told to stop walking. Instead, his doctor said, "You don't need to stop. You need to move smarter." William didn't give up. He shifted. He started swimming 3 times a week, No pressure on the joints, but full body movement. He added a recumbent bike to his routine, gentle, supported cycling that felt good. He did chair-based strength and flexibility exercises and shorter walks on softer ground. But that wasn't all. William also supported his joints from the inside. He didn't rely on medication. Instead, he changed what he ate and drank. He added foods rich in omega-3s, like salmon, walnuts, and chia seeds. He drank ginger and turmeric tea to reduce inflammation. And most importantly, he stayed well hydrated, because joints need water to move comfortably. Within just a few weeks, William felt the difference. His pain decreased. His energy returned. He said, "I'm still moving, but now I'm not hurting myself in the process." Let me ask you this. After you go for a walk, do your knees feel sore for more than an hour? Do your hips feel tight in the evening? Do you find yourself limping or changing how you walk to avoid discomfort? If so, your joints might be telling you it's time to adjust. Not to stop, but to listen. Low-impact exercise is not weak. It's wise. Swimming, chair yoga, tai chi, stationary biking, gentle stretching with a resistance band. These are all powerful ways to stay active without damaging your joints. Movement is medicine, but like any medicine, the right dose and the right kind makes all the difference. And here's one final thought. This isn't a quick fix. It's a process, a quiet kind of progress that builds slowly, day by day. If you're watching this and thinking, "I wish I had known this sooner," then please share this video with someone you care about. Don't wait until they're in pain. Don't wait until you are. Health isn't something we fix at 70. It's something we build through small, loving choices every single day. In part 5, we'll bring everything together. I'll show you how to create a simple 15-minute routine that supports your strength, your balance, your flexibility, your posture, and your joints, all in one gentle flow. I hope you'll join us, because this isn't just about movement, it's about freedom, and you deserve that at every age. You still have so much strength left. Dear friend, if you've made it this far, that means you're the kind of person who doesn't wait for things to fall apart before taking care of yourself. You pause, you listen, you care, and that is rare. It's beautiful, because growing older isn't about doing less. It's about doing what truly matters with gentleness and wisdom. What you've seen in this video, the 5 things that walking alone cannot give you, aren't just exercises. They're invitations. Invitations to reconnect with your body, to stay strong enough to live independently, to feel grounded in a world that constantly shifts, to move without pain, and to breathe deeply again. But most of all, they're invitations to believe this simple truth. Your best days are not behind you. They are still here, and they begin with a choice, a quiet, daily choice. So start small. Start today. Start kindly. And if you've ever thought, "I wish someone had told me this years ago," then please be that someone for someone else. Share this video with a friend, with someone you care about, with someone who might be silently struggling the way you once did. Let this message travel, not just through your body, but through your community. Because every time one person learns to move better, we all move forward together. Thank you for being here. You're not just watching a video. You're starting a new relationship with your body, and we're truly proud of you for that. Now tell us, what part of this message spoke to you the most? Type 1 if it was strength, 2 for balance, 3 for joint care, 4 for posture, 5 for the gentle daily routine. We read every comment, and your story, yes, yours, might help someone else find their way back to themselves. So let's keep going, gently, but never alone.